All right. Okay, we should be good now. The audio should be good now. What's up, Blue Crew? How's it going, Green Giants? And welcome, Deep Red Alliance, to another video. Appreciate everybody jumping on in. Thanks for hitting the like on the way in. Thanks for double tapping the like screen. That certainly helps us grow. And thanks to any new subscribers helping us get to 6,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can hit that soon. But much love to the Blue Crew. You guys are out of this world, and thanks for your support as always. If you guys hear me and see me, please just let me know. Hitting the like button certainly helps, and any comments in the chat certainly help as well. But guys, we have a pretty small list today, not too long of a video, and if it's looking like this with the momentum of the chat, we might have to just keep moving on and just keep moving forward here. But anyways, I guess we'll just start going through the deep reds. It's a swing and a miss today in terms of the live stream. 0 viewers, 0 likes, man. Whoa, this is brutal. We must be in a bad area. But anyways, let's jump into it. We're going from cryptos that are in the pits of the deep reds that look like really good opportunities to me, and then some that are just kind of midway deep reds, but they're good quality cryptos that should be technically in the green on the yearly, along with some of these other powerhouse cryptos that are out there. What's up, Silver Days? Geez, appreciate you, man. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for giving some signs of life. Looked like it was just dead air there for the past 2 minutes. Thanks for hitting the like, everybody jumping on in. And Silver Days always showing up and supporting, man. Much love to you. Appreciate you. But yeah, short video today, small list. We got cryptos going from 31% down all the way up to 92% down. Good cryptos to talk about. I think each one of these is interesting in their own right. Some may be better opportunities than others, but the average, we got 2 that are above $1 billion in supply, right? 2 cryptos that are above $1 billion in total supply. But these other cryptos are like 900 million supply down, 600 million, 400 million. We're going to be talking about some cryptos that are low price, low supply, high percentage down on the year. And is there a really good turnaround coming for some of these cryptos? That's what the deep reds are, without a doubt. And once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. I am always wrong, but the Blue Crew is always right. This is the worst show with the best community, and I appreciate everybody double tapping the like screen, and thanks to any new subscribers to the channel. I am always grateful. So going into our deep red, starting off at 31% down, I can't get enough of this token. MDT, measurable data token, $1 billion supply, or 606 million supply. It may be a deflationary token, or maybe it inflates to $1 billion. I got to check out its tokenomics a little bit more. But in between that range in terms of supply, I've seen 2 different, from different sources. But we're going to go with the 606 million for right now at 2 cents. Measurable data token in Coinbase, 31% down on the year. This one's already started bubbling up, making some noise. I think we're going to start seeing this thing creeping up towards 5 cents sooner rather than later. I think people are starting to pick up the whiff of measurable data token and the measurable data economy. Control your data, control your future. And measurable data, I mean, they're building for a future that's not even here yet, right? But they know it's coming. They know it's coming. The measurable data, what's it called? Economy is going to be building. AI is going to love this thing. Maybe it's not MDT. Maybe it's one of these other cryptos. But dude, MDT is focused on that utility, and I'm pretty excited to see with that supply, 606 million to 2 cents, we could do some damage for very little here. Mask, the Mask network at $1.26, 100 million supply, negative 38% down. Dude, this is a great kid crypto. This is a hard Yaka portfolio crypto. And look at that supply, 100 million with $1.26 for the price right there. Mask network, I think just outside of the top 200, if I'm not mistaken. Looking like it's going to be trying to creep up into the top 200 and maybe well into the top 100 if things work out well, especially with that supply and that price dynamic. Holy cow, what an opportunity. Privacy-focused crypto, right? We got 3 cryptos that have privacy that people usually don't talk about in terms of privacy. People will mostly talk about maybe XMR, right? Monero, the secret network, SCRT, right? And then maybe ARR. We've heard shout outs for ARR, what's it called? Pirate Chain, right? Or Pirate Coin. That could be a good privacy focused crypto. We got 3 of them here that not many people bring up in terms of the privacy aspect, but could be powerhouses, right? We're going to go into our next crypto. Let me just catch up with the chat here really quick. Mix in the house. Appreciate you. Throbbing Genvi, appreciate you, man. Hey, what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. And I appreciate your support as always. Thanks for jumping in and hitting the like for me and subscribing to the channel. And I'm happy to be your favorite. It's awesome. Okay, we got EGLD Multiverse X. Multiverse X at $14.03, 28 million supply, negative 43% down. Dude, this thing's part of the Decentralized Recovery Alliance. And if you look at the other like founding 4 cryptos, I mean, are they all up on the year? I think so. XRP, Algorand, HBAR, and ADA could all possibly be up on the year, right? But those are still bullish. But EGLD is part of that. EGLD is in there now. Multiverse X is in there with its 28 million supply. You could stake it. It's a $14 crypto, negative 43% down, providing decentralized recovery. EGLD is a sleeper. Let's see. And so far, every Coinbase or every coin on here so far is easy to get just through Coinbase right away. You can just snatch it, do some damage to these low supplies. Cody at 5 cents, 2 billion supply. We've been talking about Cody for a long time. We've gotten to go through the whole roller coaster with this crypto, and we'll continue to do so. Also part of the Hard Yaka portfolio, also part of Greg Kidd's portfolio. 5 cents, 2 billion supply, negative 47% down, right? So Cody looking very appealing here in terms of crypto. Has major Cardano connections, could be a dark horse to join the Decentralized Recovery Alliance. Maybe technically it's already connected with the Decentralized Recovery Alliance through Cardano, right? So Cody, I'm really liking how they're built in here. They got Solana connections as well. Hey, it's a DAG-based technology, almost comparable with that of an HBAR. And funny enough, both of these were at 2 cents not too long ago. But Cody now going from, what, plus 30 cents not too long ago, now back down to 5 cents. We used to see this thing go from 2 cents and give us those multiple 10Xs. Now, back down to 5 cents, dude. Cody, there's so many great opportunities, guys. It's just holding and waiting for these things to just, that bull cycle to come in, that sentiment to come in, and then being able to capitalize on it. And Cody is going to be one of those opportunities. 2 billion supply, negative 47% down at 5 cents. We got another part of the Decentralized Recovery Alliance here, Rose, Oasis Protocol, the Blue Rose. I got blue roses on my blue castle here behind me, if you don't see it. 2 cents, 10 billion supply, negative 50% down on the year. Still negative 50% down on the year. Like, holy cow. This thing's been just hovering at around 2 cents forever, right? And I love that. That reminds me of like when we would say that for HBAR and Cody back in the day before they started doing their things. 10 billion supply for Rose, part of that Decentralized Recovery Alliance, AI-focused crypto, privacy-focused crypto, USA all the way crypto. Very excited to see what Rose is going to do. CTXC, AI-focused crypto, AI autonomous system that they're building, 6 cents, 299 million. Supply, negative 56% down. Dude, all-time high was above $10 or what? Or I think maybe $5, right? So CTXC definitely could do some things here with 6 cents at a low right now, 299 million supply, negative 56% down. If that AI sentiment comes back, CTXC is definitely going to be one of the beneficiaries of it. Bloopity bloop in the house. Appreciate you guys. Farcana or Farcaster? I heard someone mention Tibber. Yeah, dude, Tibber's been killing it, man. Tibber's been doing good. Shout out to the Tibber community. Shout out WF Patsy, man. Much love to you, brother. You're my favorite. Yeah. Hey, we read that one already. Appreciate you. Is that worse than Pulse Chain? What's up, Mix? Silver Days in the house. Farcaster. Okay, we got to check out Farcaster. I don't know what that one is. Got to write that down. Farcaster. Still got to add the other ones to the list from yesterday, but I will eventually. Okay, we got Rio. Okay, Rio's one that you can get through the Lobster wallet, I believe, through the XLM ecosystem. RIO at 29 cents. This thing used to have an all-time high of $3.23. 349 million supply, negative 60% down. We're getting deeper into the deep reds, and real estate tokens are going to be very valuable. I think things like Propy or Prop, there's another one that's called like XProp, or it has the word prop, or yeah, I think it might just be Prop. The name might just be Prop. No, I think that was Propy. But there's other real estate. I would be trying to find as many of those like backing real estate type of cryptos or land type of cryptos if I can. I think those are going to definitely be of some value. And RIO looking like a really big one at 29 cents, looking like a good value. The fact that we can get whole numbers of this thing, 349 million supply, negative 60% down. I think, you know, those real estate cryptos, property cryptos are going to be pretty big. Let me see. Yeah, digitizing property is going to be one of the biggest things. I mean, Airbnb is just going to go to a whole other level when you start, you know, incorporating blockchain into its system. The whole base ecosystem. I agree with you. Man. Agent is another one. There's the innovative game or something like that. There's one TIG, TIG, that looks, dude. Yeah, anything in the base ecosystem. We don't know what a base bull cycle looks like, and we're about to see. Arrow, yeah, I like Arrow. Arrow's a good one. ARB as well. Yeah, of course, Tibber, right? You shouted that one out. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones, man. We move on to another a privacy layer crypto. It wants to be the privacy layer for all digital assets. Iron, IRON, the Iron Fish token. Interesting crypto here, man. This crypto's got a good following. You know, good activity on its X, building, what's it called? Good connections to some of these AI projects we have mentioned before. But Ironfish trying to be implementing a privacy layer. Hell, that it's a privacy-focused crypto at 18 cents at 256 million supply, negative 61% down. Ironfish or Iron, not looking too bad. XX Network, privacy-focused crypto. Quantum resistant crypto, 2 cents, 952 million supply, negative 73% down. We have started to see World Token, WLD, start to make a rise, right? I mean, WLD is not near its all-time high yet, by any means. So we need to see it get past its all-time high and then some. But you know, or I'm not saying you know, but they've invested in XX Network. They put 3 grants into the XX Network. So I'm thinking if WLD is going up, XX Network is going to be one of those ones to follow in short order. Telos, one of our new favorite cryptos, man. Telos has a DEX integration with Coinbase. This is very interesting. This is something to keep an eye out for here, you guys, because now we've been able to, you know, convert USDC into Telos, because you can't, you know, I guess in the USA you can't buy it yet, but I want to get some Telos and see what ends up happening here at 5 cents for a highly scalable layer 1 crypto at 5 cents, 450 million supply or less, negative 74% down on the year. Deep red for that circle, man. That whatever that freaking weird little circle is. Interesting stuff. The Telos show. Exactly, man. It's now become Telos. All we talk about is Telos now. I like XX Network more than Telos, I will say. XX Network I like more than Telos at 2 cents. I will say I like Rose at 2 cents. even though it has a 10 billion supply, I like that it's decentralized recovery is going to go a long way. I'm always going to be focused on those first. But then after that, hey, man, IMX. We talked about IMX not too long ago when it went back down to the 40-cent range. Dude, IMX coming back on up. Still 43% down on the year. But IMX started to make a nice rise, right? IOTX as well. We're trying to get some Port X. I like Chain Port. That one's just looking like a nice little gem that I want to get some exposure to. I mean, millions of supply for that crypto, and it's in triple zeros, and it's only on Gate.io. I want to get it, before this thing starts spreading on out and maybe getting more listings when the bull cycle comes around. I want to get some exposure to Port X. But yeah, we have our last deep red, but let me just check out the chat here. Appreciate everybody. No, that's the brilliant thing about the Telos, or I'm just going to say Telos or Telos for the Westworld connection, right? The Telos. What I like Telos is that DEX integration that just happened this month with Coinbase. So there's more liquidity, more easier access to this token than ever before, you guys, right? And this crypto has been around for some time. It's gone through a rebrand. I understand that. This is the Telos of old, right? But who knows? Maybe there were certain reasons for it, right? Maybe it's one of those cryptos that's been held back, like the Dragon Chains, right? That are these low cap cryptos that they're messing around with, and maybe this is the next evolution right here with Telos and Telos Zero consensus, and hell, it's packing a punch. 15K transactions per second ain't no joke. You can stake it. It's got its own wallet. I'm liking where Telos is going so far. Interested to see if it could do streaming payments and micro payments in the future. Looks like they already have an NFT ecosystem that's been built. Yeah, so Telos not looking too bad. I was going to bring up the Flare ecosystem at 2 cents. Definitely, another layer one or SGB as well, right? These cryptos definitely looking forward to seeing them and I think they're going to blow minds. I think Flare and SGB are going to blow people away in this run, because they've already did such a good job of shaking off all the fanatic XRP holders, right? Like myself, they did a really good job of shaking us out. And who knows? Maybe they're still a scam. Maybe they're not. Who knows? Or they are a scam or not. That's the case with any of these cryptos. But right now, I'm loving the way the sentiment of FLR and SGB is right now. Nobody cares about it. Nobody could care if it goes up or down, right? And I feel like it's going to be one of those ones that ends up surprising. Mix, appreciate you, brother. Let me see the Telos show. Telos is easier to get than XX. That's why it makes XX maybe a little bit more appealing, right? Can do some damage. But I like that Telos is already coming on strong, getting ready for this bull cycle, right? Maybe wanting to show up and show out for this bull cycle. And I certainly hope so, man. If we can get, who knows with that supply where Telos can go, but if we even get $5, dude, if we get 100x out of Telos in this bull cycle, it's going to be fantastic. Because remember, we still got to dig ourselves out of this negative 74% down hole, right? And at 5 cents right here. So if we can go up the 100%, that levels the playing field. And then let's go for another. Let's go for thousands of percent, because that's what freaking crypto does in bull cycles, right? All right, let's go for SLF. Self-chain at 3 cents, 409 million supply, negative 92% down on the year. SLF, self-chain, we saw this thing just have a nice little rise up to 9 cents not too long ago. This is a good opportunity. We're seeing high volatility and signs of life on a very low cap chain here. So that's what I'd rather have it during the deep reds right now. And that's where it's at. Self-chain showed us that it has some life, came back down to earth. Now it's back to this zero, right across the board. I want to be accumulating some SLF. I think it was at 2 cents originally, so it's not officially all the way down right across the board. But SLF with the 409 million supply, layer one crypto, red alert. You know, any of these cryptos that are layer ones under 10 cents, man, they're looking like good values. Negative 92% down for self-chain. That is in the pit of the pits of deep reds. You still got honorable mentions. Omniflix at a penny. You still got Neutron, I think, at like 9 cents with the billion supply. That Cosmos ecosystem is still up for the taking. 16 cents for Osmo, right? The osmosis zone. AKT still at around $1. A lot of great cryptos in that Cosmos ecosystem, man. If you don't sell the majority of your portfolio and at a look loss to buy Tipper, then you fall in prey to the sunk cost fallacy, anchoring bias, and lack conviction. I love it. That's awesome. It's just guaranteed. No, I mean, Tipper is a must in the portfolio, without a doubt, just for WEF Patsy's sake, man. Just for the Blue Crew to know that we have WEF Patsy's back. He needs to know that. He needs to know that. Corium. Yeah, love Corium. Sologenic, right? Not sleeping on those. We were just talking about those yesterday. You know, somebody was worried about Corium. I was like, I'm not. Corium's up on the year. Corium's doing a lot better than it was in 2023 when it was in the deep reds with all of us, right? So we're not worried about Corium one bit. Not worried about Corium one bit. I love the volatility that comes with that crypto. I can't wait for Sologenic and Corium to do some numbers. They're going to have those days where they're like the top gainers out of some of these cryptos on the Blue Crew list, for sure. Guys, I appreciate the 11 likes already for the stream and the 20 viewers. If we can get 20 likes while we're doing this live stream, that would be amazing. We've been, you know, kind of hitting on average around 25 to 30 likes per stream. Grateful for that. And if we can get any new subscribers to help us get to 6K, you know, kind of boost that algorithm up and just make this, you know, just like, you know, I think this is almost like a necessary thing in crypto, man. I would like for people to just shoot out like hundreds of cryptos and telling me possible values that could be out there, right?